Hello, Samson here. So it's Friday, book reviews. I was reading another book. I think I read this one a long time ago, but revising through it, I think connecting what we've been looking at, do it today, and then today, and all other books that we've been reading today matters inclusive. I thought they're all dealing with the aspect of time, and I was reading Brian Tracy's time management. So there are like 21 principles in the book that he puts out together, which are explaining and giving us an insight on how we can best handle and manage time, because time management is one key factor that is going to allow us to be able to move to the next dimension in life if we utilize time very well. Simply because time is the only valuable commodity that we have. We can lose other things, but when we lose time, then it becomes tragic on our life. So diving right into it, the first principle that I'm going to share is the psychology of time management. So how you think about yourself and how you feel about yourself ultimately affects how you are going to be able to handle and manage your time. So whatever you spend and utilize your time on is simply determined by how you feel about yourself and what you think about yourself. And that is where the whole principle of the psychology of time management lies. The other thing that he discusses in the book is determining your value. So it's not possible to manage your time properly unless you really know what your values are. You really understand what it is that you value. So if you value family, for example, you're going to dedicate time to family. If you value people, you're going to dedicate time to building relationships and all that. If you value business, you're going to dedicate time to that and all different other values. So in order to manage your time properly, get to determine what your values are. And then the third principle that I thought was so important was thinking about your vision and your mission. Where is it that you are going? What is it that you are seeing for the future? So when you talk about thinking about your vision and your future, we are talking about you having a blueprint of exactly where you want to be. And when you have a vision of where you want to go and you have a mission of what you need to get done, definitely you'll know where and how your time is going to be utilized. And then the fourth principle that I got from the book was the fact that you're supposed to make written down plans. So he says every minute that is spent in planning saves 10 minutes in execution. So when you plan well, you get to do things in quite a lesser amount of time that you are supposed to do than the initial one. So when you make written down plans, it's a psychological thing that is attached to your writing and your brain. That is simply because it is all connected up to how you definitely get to execute on your plans and all that. Unlike just having plans in your head, but when you have written plans which are written down, then definitely execution of your plans and the management of your time is something that is going to be not so hard. Principle number 5, my top 5 principle, the fifth principle I got was you need to create your daily to-do list. So what is a daily to-do list you're talking about? So there is a 5-step method that you can take, or the ABCDE method that can be adopted in order to understand how you can clearly have a list of stuff that you're supposed to get done. So number 1, or A, we are talking about things which must be done. When you talk about B, or number 2, we are talking about things which should be done. And then when you talk about C, or number 3, we're talking about things which are nice to do. And then number 4, or D, we're talking about things which you can delegate. And then number 5, or E, we're talking about things which can be eliminated. So look at your to-do list and then do not go to 5 minus doing 1 to 4. So step by step, do the musts, do the shoulds. You can delegate, and then you also eliminate stuff that is not supposed to be done. Yeah, and then the other principle, number 6, is basically determining your key result areas. So your key result areas are your areas of strength where you perform at your highest. That is where you dedicate much of your time. Your areas where there is so much value for you and where you bring so much value. That is where you dedicate all of your time. And then principle number 7 is basically delegating your work to others. Looking at the to-do list, E or number 4 is talking about delegation. So when you delegate, you simply get to do things which are giving you so much value, and then things which are of lesser value to you can be delegated to others. At the end of the day, they're going to bring in some results when you focus on the things which are so much important for you to get done. And then number 8 is overcoming procrastination. I think we've been talking about procrastination from the recent books. The best way to begin is to begin. The best way to do stuff is basically doing things. So procrastination is something that definitely kills your progress, and you lose a lot of time in the process of procrastination. So the best way to handle procrastination is basically getting your work done. And then number 9, we are talking about reading faster and remembering more. If you've not been someone who's reading, or if you've not maybe learned the art of reading and whatnot, it is something that is vital to engage in. So when you read faster and you get to remember more, the thing is, in order to be successful today in this world that we have, and especially in the business world itself, innovation is something that is constantly and continuously taking place. Now, in order to be up to date and in order to catch up to how the world is moving, there is definitely need to be always reading more and remembering more, reading faster and remembering more. And then the last principle, number 10, that I got out of the 21 is organizing your workspace. So organizing your workspace tells us a lot about the type of person you are, because when your workspace is organized, you're not going to waste time looking for something that you know doesn't stay where. But when your workspace is organized, you definitely know that I put this there and this stays here and what stays where. Then definitely at the end of the day, you get to be a person who manages your time and you increase your productivity. So these were my 10 takeaways from Time Management by Brian Tracy. Read the book. Till we meet in the next segment. Checking out.